Good morning, my American Studies 140 students. This is Professor Donald Earl Collins, and it's day 3 of the course. It is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. I just want to make you aware of a couple of things that are relevant to week 1 and beyond. And I should have said this probably in the opening day video, but kind of forgot. It happens. Sue me. So, two things really important. One is, I haven't heard from most of you regarding your availability to do Skype discussions and to sort of quote unquote meet virtually, through Skype for week 1 and really beyond, right? So I proposed 2 times. On day 1, I proposed times for Thursday afternoon and for Friday mid-late morning between 10:30 and 2 p.m. I am leaning towards picking a time on Friday, May 22nd between, say, 10:30 and 11:45 a.m. or between, say, 12:30 and 1:45 p.m., right? One of those 2 times I'll probably pick, between those 2 for us doing our first virtual meeting for week 1. Since I haven't heard from you, if I don't hear from anyone today, I'll put the time up for Friday, because it's probably too late to do Thursday at this point since it's Wednesday morning. But that points to the second thing that I want to say, and I don't want to sound mean, I don't want to sound, probably I am going to sound mean, but the truth is, because this is an online course now, and not a face-to-face one, not where we're meeting in person, not a hybrid course, but basically it's online. I'm relying on you to be self-directed. That means that a lot of stuff that you would just do passively, like listen to me drone for an hour and a half, lecturing you about all the different points that are in the lecture notes, riffing on things that aren't in the lecture notes but are in my head, showing video, making sure that you are able to see it all at the same time. Can't do that. This is a different kind of format where you have to be more proactive in reaching out to me to let me know if you're having issues, if you're not understanding something, if you have any questions, if you are having personal issues, or if there are technical issues and therefore you can't meet. Whatever happens to be going on. I can't, if you're in the classroom, I can read your face, right? I can tell if you're bored, or if you're not paying attention, or if you're tired, or if you might have a cold, or need to go back, or whatever, right? That's not going to be the case here. So I've assigned readings. I'm expecting you to do the readings. Obviously, I can't quiz you on the readings until we have an actual discussion about stuff, right? But really, what we're going to be doing for these video conferencing software is just having discussion. I'm going to ask you, did you do these readings? What did you think of these readings? Why do you think they're important? What did they tell us about DC history? What did they tell us about the culture of DC? What did they tell us about gentrification or about education in DC? What did they tell us about the life of people in poverty in DC, or African Americans, or whites, or in other groups? Those are the kinds of questions I'm going to be asking you. And so most of the work, more of the burden of your learning is on you in terms of your direction and how you decide to go about it. It's not on me in the sense that I can literally be in the classroom and say, this is important or that's important. I can do some of that in video, but a 20-minute video, 15 or 20-minute video is not going to make up for what I would normally do in a classroom. And that brings up one other thing. We cannot literally duplicate the in-person or hybrid classroom online, meaning that I can't lecture for an hour and a half and expect you to watch the whole video. And doing that every week, week after week, mind you, we were going to be meeting twice a week, which would have meant 2 lectures of probably about an hour and 15, an hour and a half with discussion, which would have meant basically having to listen to me for 2.5 hours, 2.5, maybe even 3 hours every single week for 6 weeks. pedagogically, it makes absolutely no sense to do things that way. And I wouldn't expect to do things that way. It wouldn't be good for me, I mean, because it's just a lot of hot air coming out on my end. But it wouldn't be good for you because it's not a good way of learning. And they have to expect you to, you know, force feed you all the information, which is why I provided the lecture notes, which is why I'm doing video summary discussion, lectures, where I summarize the main points of the different lectures, and I'll be continuing to do that. So I'm trying to give you, and all the readings pretty much are posted, and that, you know, your book, the Ashanti Reese book, Black Food Geographies, is not posted, but it is available online at AU Library. You can download it as an ebook and read it, basically rent it and read it. So all of you will be able to do that. It's completely available and it's for free. So, you know, the only thing that might not be available are a couple of movies I have listed there, and that's why they're optional. Listed there in your syllabus, you know, in their class discussion. That everything there either has a link to it or is available in their Blackboard, the content tab under Blackboard for the course. So there's that. That still requires you to make the decision to be proactive, self-directed. Click on all this information, download it, read it, digest it, and be ready to discuss it. Some of you might be too shy to discuss. Some of you might have, you know, language issues around this. I'll try to accommodate as best as I can. But that's why I'm not going to, strictly speaking, be grading you in this course. A lot of stuff you'll get feedback from me about, you know, particularly your textual assignments, your reflections, your term paper assignment that's due end of week 4, and your project proposal, which is due at the end of week 5. But really, I just want you to do the best that you can, period. And that means being self-directed. That means, you know, not worrying about your grade. You know, like I said, you do the work, you do the best you can, you make some improvement from where we are right now to the end of the course, and June the 27th, you will get an A or an A-, period. So I just want to make sure that you get back to me as soon as possible regarding your availability for this week. We'll do something separate for next week, but my suspicion is that we're either going to be doing something on Tuesday or something on Friday, mid to late morning my time. So unless I hear from you, and I hear different things from folks, or unless people are having access issues, and if there are people who have internet access issues, then we'll probably go to semi-synchronous teaching or asynchronous teaching entirely. So I need to hear from you. Thank you.